Hey guys, Sawadee Cup. We're going to work today on a basic clinch entry. As you can see, Paige and I don't have on any gloves or wraps. When you're in a fight, when you're in a Muay Thai fight, you're going to be wearing gloves with wraps underneath. But if you practice your clinch for your entire clinch session with gloves and wraps on, the Velcro from your gloves, I guarantee you're going to be ripped up and rashed up. So when you practice clinch, most of the time you're just going to do it without gloves, and you're going to remember that you're going to keep your hands cupped as though you have gloves on. And maybe at the end of your training, you can mix in a round with gloves so that you have the right feel if you've got a fight coming up and you know you're going to be clinching with your gloves on. But you're not going to want to practice with your gloves clinch the entire clinch session because you're going to end up marked up. Alright, so Paige and I are starting off here. We're at about arm's distance here. This is how we would normally be fighting. Step into your punch or step up into your kick, so on. So from here, normally you can move into elbow range. That's an easy way to get yourself into a clinch situation. So if I step in, now I'm on kind of like elbow and knee range with Paige. I'm going to take my front hand. Notice we're both standing southpaw, but don't worry about that. If you're both orthodox, if you're orthodox and your opponent's orthodox or your partner's orthodox, just switch this around to the mirror image of it. So I'm going to take my lead hand, which is going to be left hand for orthodox, and I'm going to shoot it in. I want the elbow of my lead hand to find my partner's chest. And then I want the palm of my hand to go onto the apple of the head, or the crown of the head here. So I'm going to push off on my back foot and bring my elbow to her chest. You guys can't see it's on the other side of my head. I'm guarding my eyebrow here because she's in elbow range. If I'm in elbow range, she is too. So I'm guarding my eyebrow and my temple here with my other hand. So after I've got the lead hand hooked, if I'm fighting somebody that doesn't know how to clinch, I may be lucky enough to dig in and get both hooks. We call this a full plumb. Then of course I would come into a more square stance here. I've got the full plumb here. I can pull her over this shoulder and start kneeing, or I can pull her over this shoulder and start kneeing. So if I'm fighting a good Thai fighter, she's probably not going to let me get this inside position with this hand. Notice when I dig, my hand makes a knife, and I'm going to try to dig with it. So she's probably not going to let me get both hooks and get that full plumb. She's going to fight for that inside position. So it's okay, I can come to a neutral position here where this hand's going to find her bicep with the palm, and she's going to dig and get the crown of my head and place her elbow on my chest here. And now we're in a neutral clinch position. Neither of us is advantageous. Probably if you come into this neutral clinch position here, you're going to square your feet up. So you can do that either by bringing this other foot in and closing my hips up to where she is, or you can do it by bringing this foot back. Now what we want to control in this clinch is one of those things that you can't really just explain it to somebody and have them learn just from you telling them. You have to kind of feel it. But one of the things about clinch is when I create space between our hips, I want to dictate when that space comes so that I can fill it with a knee. So if I bring this foot, so if we just both enter the clinch and I bring this foot back, I want to be prepared to come up with that knee. I don't want to bring this foot back and leave that space open, and then she comes up with her knee before. Once more, we're in fighting stance here. Okay? Maybe I come into a close range here so that I can land elbows and knees. I'm going to take my lead hand. Elbow is going to find her chest. Palm of my lead hand is going to find the crown of her head. And while I do that, I'm going to guard my eyebrow and temple on the rear side. Dig. Okay? And then if I'm fighting somebody that doesn't know, I can get both these hooks, and then I can pull them over my rear shoulder, and I can get a nice pulled knee there. Okay? But again, if I can't get this inside position because this person's an experienced Thai fighter, then that's okay. I can get the bicep here, and we'll go into this neutral clinch position, and we can do a lot from here. Next week we're going to work some curved knees from that neutral clinch position and get into some other stuff from there. Right? Cup and cup. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. We enjoy making this content for you. Please hit that subscribe button. It should be over here somewhere. Good dunk. Hit that push notification symbol. Should be down here somewhere. Also, you can visit ThaiBoxingWorld.com. That also has our social media and everything on it, so you can hit us up and you can interact with us directly. All right? Take care of yourselves. Cup.